Hi, this is Siddharth P Malhotra and you're watching me on Filmy Beat. The full family was waiting. वो डेटा आया कि नहीं आया? अरे 11 बजे, 12 बज गए, 12:30 बजे आ गई. My son comes into my room and says, "Now are you satisfied the film is a hit?" Junaid has something very real and honest about him. If you've interviewed him or if you've seen his interviews, he's not a typical star kid. My writers are Vaishnav. Neha and Vipul are Vaishnav. Yeah. My wife is Vaishnav. મને ગુજરાતી આવડે છે વાંચવાનું પણ આવડે છે અરે વાહ તો if I have to talk in Gujarati I know it more than I'm Punjabi but I can speak more Gujarati than Punjabi. The story and telling it in the right with the right intent was key. So hence with this controversy coming up we were like yaar see the film for what it is and then judge us. She has to decide. I'll keep going back to her with one script to the other script. Rani is a very she's a gut actor. She's an actor who's got to feel that this will challenge me and will be worth my time to stay away from Adira, who she's obsessed about. Only then she's going to say yes to that film.
धर्मगुरु के सिर्फ नाम बदलेंगे, किससे वही रहेंगे.
Hi guys, welcome to Filmy Baatein with Filmy Beat. This is Murtaza Iqbal and today I'm with a director जिन्होंने अभी तक बहुत से अमेजिंग मूवीज बनाई हैं, चाहे फिर वो विया फैमिली हो, हिचकी हो, एंड नाउ महाराज जो नेटफ्लिक्स पे स्ट्रीम हो रही है, एंड आई थिंक इट्स ब्रेकिंग रिकॉर्ड्स ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स आल्सो. वेल, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट none other than Siddharth Malhotra, who is here with us today. Hello Siddharth, welcome to Filmy Beat.
Thank you, Murtaza. Thank you.
First of all, I want to ask you, how much relieved are you that finally the film has seen the light of the day?
Very relieved that only as of last night it's again in the global top 3.
Yeah.
So last night I think the thing came out the data came out at 12:30 in the night. So the full family was waiting. वो डेटा आया कि नहीं आया? अरे 11 बजे, 12 बज गए, 12:30 बजे आ गई. My son comes into my room and says, "Now are you satisfied the film is a hit?" अब तो मान लो. तो I said, हाँ अब मान लिया. He says, अब so now you sleep today. So it's been a very tough journey, obviously, because when you work 5 years on a film, and when you're working 5 years on a film, you're not expecting कि 5 साल लग जाएंगे, because we made the film in 2021.
Yeah.
We worked on the script, made it, release होते होते वो जो 3 साल wait करना पड़ा, that was very painful. And then one day before the release of the film, you're told the film is not releasing. Then a real life court case happens, which you see live.
Yeah.
And that kills you because the full family is seeing it live and you're saying, नहीं पर ये चीज है ही नहीं पिक्चर में. अरे मेरे को बोल रहे तो I wish I was there.
Yeah.
And finally the film releases on a Friday at 5:30 without telling anybody. So I thought अच्छा अब court case हो गया, अब ये लोग होर्डिंग डालेंगे, ट्रेलर डालेंगे, अनाउंस करेंगे. And in the right way, आमिर खान का बेटा लॉन्च हो रहा है at the end of the day. 5:30 it was there. अरे पिक्चर आ गई.
रिव्यू डाल दो.
अरे पिक्चर आ गई, रिव्यू डाल दो. मैं बोला भाई यार let us now speak. And so Friday and Saturday the film came out. Luckily the reviews were good. Some were okay. So one that okay and good ke beech mein, one was trying to even earn the okay ones to good because we were like, hey, I have got answers, I can't give them. But overall what has happened is the love from people and beyond people, their groups who you don't know, the people you don't know, the same religious, there were certain religious groups who were saying ban it. Then you were getting WhatsApp messages of certain groups where they're saying Maharaj se seekh lo. So it became gratifying. It became finally that okay, you've dared to tell a story about a journalist back then who actually was a Samaj Sudharak. Actually, this film is not a film of revenge.
Yeah.
It right now is perceived as that also, or that mostly.
Yeah.
He's actually a Samaj Sudharak.
Yeah. That you showed from the first scene itself, I think, where he just goes and has chutney from an untouchable.
But the first scene of the film, which is not there in the film, was actually there's a child bride being a child getting married in the film.
Oh, okay.
An 8-year-old child gets married, and Junaid goes and Karsan Das उस बच्ची को शादी से बचा लेता है.
Okay.
And वो बोलता है इसको तो शादी का मतलब पता नहीं है, ये क्या शादी कर रही है.
हाँ.
So you saw him as a Samaj Sudharak properly, a proper sequence. So there's a lot which due to length, due to other reasons had to go. But you saw him first as Karsandas Mulji,
Yeah.
जो एक legit सती के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहा है,
हाँ.
विधवा पुनर्विवाह के लिए आवाज उठा रहा है, औरतों के हित के लिए आवाज उठा रहा है. So he was a way bigger reformer than what we could show in the film.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that people have finally seen it for what it is and what we could present, and loved it for what it is now.
Yeah. I love the घूंघट scene also, जो मंदिर से उतर होता है, and the mom like kind of trembles and he's like कि ऐसे घूंघट का क्या फायदा जब वो देख ही नहीं सकती है.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, I would like to know that. I think I remember after watching the movie, I came out and I said that it's a very grand film. You know, something that I would love to watch it on the big screen.
Lots of people saying Bhansali film.
Yeah, I know. Was this actually made for a theatrical release? And of course, later you decided, or the makers decided.
I mean, there was an interval in the film.
Yeah.
So obviously, if there was an interval, then that was the plan. But it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that point of time, we finished the film 21.
Yeah.
21 August, September, we finished the film. Then COVID happened. 2 years of COVID happened. So in that time, it's not in your control. You want your film, your last film is a super hit. If your last film is a flop, then you've got to wait for 6-7 years or how many other years. Or you may just not get another film at all. But if your last film is a super hit like Hichki, where Rani and we both are Ranians.
Yes, we are Ranians.
So with that, you're hoping that your next film happens sooner, and it did.
Yeah.
It took us 1 year for the script. Adi was he's an angel who actually heard Hichki and said make it, and heard Maharaj and said make it. I don't have a 3-film contract with him. He heard it and gave me the wings to fly. So I'm just glad that anybody who's seen it, actually Rani was the first one who saw it.
Is it? Yeah. What was her review for?
She loved it. She is a Satyam Shivam Sundaram person. She will tell you on your face, this is bekar. She loved it. She genuinely loved it, and she's someone who's always been a very, very, very strong support in my life. And I'm very grateful to have her as a friend and a actor, but more as a friend. And she's my Nana ma'am actually. She will correct me. I'm her 9F student. Yeah.
I would like to know, how did the whole casting process happen? Because as you said, एक Star Kid launch हो रहा था with the movie. Of course, what does the process of getting Junaid on board was basically?
The process of getting Junaid on board. So I'd seen Lal Singh Chaddha ka one audition.
Okay.
He was playing Lal Singh Chaddha.
Yes, he was supposed to.
And uske pehle Amir sir had liked Hichki, so he had called me. I still remember. Suddenly out of the blue, Hichki's release is done well. Hello Siddharth. Yes sir. I don't even know who.
Yeah.
Number I didn't have. Amir Khan bol raha hu. I was like, yeah, right. So Amir Khan calling me the only actor whose poster I put in my wall when Kayamat Se Kayamat came out. I said, yeah, right. He said, Amir bol raha hu. We just saw the film and they were shooting for another film. And he said, bahut achhi lagi. And then they called me home, and he called the 9F kids home. So at that point, we started interacting, and I met Junaid. Junaid has something very real and honest about him. If you've interviewed him, or if you've seen his interviews, he's not a typical star kid.
Yeah, true.
The way he even talks, the way he conducts himself, he's very real. He's as real can get. He's not trained even to कि आपको इस तरह से बात करनी है, आपको इस तरह से रिस्ट्रेन करनी है, आपके बाल ऐसे होने चाहिए, आपके कपड़े ऐसे होने चाहिए. Karsan is that man. Karsan Das Mulji, if you're telling a story of Karsan Das Mulji, and actually, like I keep saying, I'm sorry I couldn't have given more justice to Karsan. I would have wanted to give more justice to Karsan Das Mulji as a maker. But that is Junaid in real life. He is a very honest, sincere, and the amount of work he's put into this film is commendable. He actually sat for 1 year and read the film every day. With Sneha Desai, the writer who plays Babu. So he's actually given a lot to this film. So that's how Junaid came on board. Charlie and Charvari were wire of talents.
Yeah.
Adi suggested them. We screen tested them with Junaid to see how they look. There were certain other options, known actors who came and tested for it, and then it didn't work out.
Who were they?
I can't. They're all huge stars today, and they did a test, and they were very good. And Jaideep sir, we didn't know. We wanted someone who was rooted to the ground. We
Yeah.
wanted somebody like Irfan Khan. And who better than Jaideep Malhotra today to fill those shoes? I mean, he
Yeah.
can't fill those shoes, but he's someone who's
Yeah,
just
he nailed it in the movie.
amazing. He's
Yeah.
just amazing. So to find the toll of Maharaj, because the way we would read Maharaj in the readings, we would read him with a lot of
Yeah.
yeah, all that. When he came and he just did a flat reading, मैंने कुछ बोला. So we were like, पर नहीं आप कुछ बोल नहीं रहे. Then we found Maharaj through that. We said यार
Yeah.
महाराज ऐसे भी पढ़ा जा सकता है. और actually ये सही है. महाराज इसलिए smile करेगा क्योंकि he feels that I'm above all of you. Y'all don't understand me. Y'all don't
Yeah.
get me.
Correct.
So what is the point of using my words or energy on y'all? So getting that, understanding that, then telling Jaideep sir that sir, आपको ये मेरे को ये छोटे में फोटोग्राफ तो ये बॉडी चाहिए मुझे. तो he said भाई मैं तो पाताल लोक के तोंद आई हुई है. Then there was a trainer I knew, Prajwal Shetty. So I got him Prajwal sir with Aji's support. And then he's trained and he gave his life. And every week, I still have all the videos and all the photographs. Every week, I would get a report with a video of Jaideep sir.
Okay.
And we did about, I think, Maxima and me and the entire makeup group, we did about 4 or 5 look tests for what Maharaj should be. Pehle he had moosh.
Yeah.
Then he had dadi and moosh. Then he had hair which was open. And he had short hair. So he said, नहीं नहीं ये गलत है. उस वक्त तो ये होते नहीं थे. Then his body was still not formed. Then we got to the final look. So it was a process. Yeah, yeah.
My favorite is the Sharvari's character. I just connected with her so much because me being Kathiawadi,
Yeah.
the show and so thing, sometimes I don't have this problem always.
Correct.
But with
It
some,
comes.
like some words, for example, consciously.
Yeah.
That thing, if you see right now, also I'm trying to say the word
Yeah,
consciously, it doesn't come out properly. So
Yeah.
that show and something, I was like, this is my character. Wonderfully written character also. And I think
You know that character in real life
Yeah.
is our writer.
Is it?
Yeah, is Neha Desai.
Ah.
The way she would read Viraj, she's a firebrand herself.
Ah.
And the way she would read Viraj, every time she read it in any narration, the minute Viraj would come and that tone she had caught,
Uh-huh.
we used to be laughing.
Correct, yeah.
So, there's a learning I got. There was a scene दारू पीने से liver खराब हो जाता है और sorry in सत्ते पे सत्ता Kader Khan had written dialogues for Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
And then Amitabh Bachchan had heard the audio and just copied it same to same. This was exactly what we told Sharvari. Just get what Sneha is doing.
Ah, okay.
Because Sneha has read it and knows the character and she's Viraj.
Correct.
Said get Viraj's tone because if it's not said in that tone, धागे से मोर पोपट बना लेती हो, उल्टा गुल्टा करती हो, दूसरी बार आपको मुझसे better कोई मिलेगा. It's said almost in a monologue tone.
Yeah.
And like a rail garden. Then only you get the fun.
Correct.
So Sharvari obviously is a very vibrant girl and a fun girl. But to get the Kathiawadi right, the tone right,
The body language.
the body language right, a lot of research, mehnat has gone in from the full team. But I would give a lot of credit to Sneha for that. Yeah.
Correct. Of course, when you must have thought of making this film and, started working on it, everything.
Yeah.
Was there actually somewhere hesitation? Because maybe, there might be issues that, people have issues with the movie or some controversy it will turn into. You had anything like, behind the back going on like that?
So you know what? Which is why I was very, very anxious or anxious, I don't know is the right word, when that court case is going on.
Yeah.
Because whatever they were objecting to is there in the book.
Yeah.
Or could be there in the court case. We've not used it in the script only.
Achha, okay.
We took it out when we were scripting it. Nahi, this may cause a problem. We will not keep it. Let's do what are we telling? Why are we making this film?
Yeah.
Big question always to be asked by any storyteller or makers. आप ये कहना क्यों चाह रहे हो ये picture?
हाँ,
What is it
सही
that
है.
is resonating to you, which is why you want to tell this film? You can tell
Yeah.
any subject. A man who was standing up, you were saying Me Too, a man who was standing up for women in 1862. Wow. Oh, I see a play. Oh, this man existed. Nobody knows who Karsandas Munji
Yeah.
is. A journalist. This is how he looked. He was working with Dada Bhai Nauroji. Oh, Bhavdaji Lad was even in this. Oh, Tejpal Auditorium was also in this. I mean, Tejpal, Gokul Das Tejpal
Yeah.
was also in this. And he actually studied, was a teacher in Goletang High School. And this is where this cases happened.
Yeah.
In the, in town. You're saying, yeah, everything is we're Bombay kids. So when you start seeing it, you're saying, this is all as real as it can get.
Yeah.
And a story about a man who fights for women, fights for progressive things in society. I said, this has to come out, and fighting against somebody who owned Bombay.
Yeah.
What is the film for me? A David Goliath story. A guy who is an average looking guy on the road.
Yeah.
Taking down somebody in today's times, if I have to contextualize it, taking down somebody who owns Bombay. That powerful.
Correct. Yeah.
How will he take him down? And that man is powerful enough to kill him. But files a libel case and says 50,000 rupees tab ka. Aaj ka kya hai? 50,000 crore hoga, 1862.
Correct.
How are you going to pay it? What are you going to do? And all this happened, and the entire case is documented. You can actually download it for free. I said, this story must be told. Now, if it must be told, let's tell it about one man's ideology.
Yeah.
Let's not get a community involved, because he's from the same community. My writers are Vaishnav. Neha and Vipul are Vaishnav. My wife is Vaishnav. મને ગુજરાતી આવડે છે, વાંચવાનું પણ આવડે છે.
અરે વાહ.
So if I have to talk in Gujarati, I know it more than I'm Punjabi, but I can speak more Gujarati than Punjabi. So I'm like, let's make a script for the intent of telling it, not trying to make a controversy out of it.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I diverged, but to answer your question, when we wrote the script only, our intentions were so pure, and it was right that's why Aditya Chopra even said, यार इसमें तो अच्छा ही है end में. इसमें तो लालवन जी महाराज, who is JJ's senior guru, comes and tells Karsan Das, जो हक का नहीं है, लड़ो उसके लिए.
Correct.
And he says, लड़ाई में क्षत्रिय नहीं हूँ. He says, कर्म से नहीं तो धर्म से नहीं तो कर्म से बन जाओ. लालवन जी महाराज ही वो एंड में बीच में आके बोल रहे हैं, अच्युतम केशवम में उसको सिखा रहे हैं गाना, I mean scriptures.
Yeah.
तो I said, वो उन्हीं के धर्म गुरु इसको सिखा रहे हैं to fight against यजुनाथ. तो anybody who sees the film will say, ये तो हमारे धर्म के लिए लड़ रहा है ना, हमारे धर्म के खिलाफ तो नहीं लड़ रहा. ये तो नहीं बोल रहा कि हमारा धर्म बुरा है, ये तो नहीं बोल रहा इंसान बुरे हैं. ये तो
एनवायरमेंट प्रैक्टिस जो
he is asking a bigger question. चल ये सब to hell with this. Why as a society are we allowed?
Correct.
We generally, in that time, women were not even allowed to meet their loved ones.
Yeah.
That time, शादी हो जाती थी. आपसे ये नहीं बोला जाता, आपको ये पसंद है, आपको ये पसंद है, रोमांस करो. 1852 की बात है. 1900s में ये चलता गया. If you ask our great grandparents or grandparents, they said हमारे बुजुर्ग रिश्ता पक्का करते थे. We didn't meet and romance was not happening. In that time, how are you being so blind faithed and letting someone touch you? They let because they believed it's the right thing to do. So they are not doing it out of, that is their conditioning. So for me, telling this story and telling it with the right intent was key. So hence, with this controversy coming up, we were like, yeah, see the film for what it is.
Yeah.
And then judge us. Because I only realized when the film was stopped that getting this film out or making this film was a very brave thing.
Yeah.
Till then I didn't know I was brave, or I was being brave, till people started telling me, when people started coming out of the trial and said, brave, big job, brave job, you said the story. And I'm like, बंदा तो आई है, आश्रम भी आई है, इसमें brave क्या है? Till I realized, अच्छा, इसमें काफी कुछ brave है. And but I would have hoped that I could have said more.
So now I would like to know कि आप break लेंगे, you already started working on your next film.
I have actually signed the biggest film of my career right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't talk about it, but that has come to me through Maharaj. And films like that can come to any filmmaker when you're blessed. I can only say so much. I have 4 scripts ready. I don't even have one. I have 4 scripts ready. I'm working on all 4. I don't know which one will get cast one right now. They're all in different stages of writing and casting. But the one I signed post Maharaj, which we've just begun writing, is arguably the biggest film of my career. And hopefully it's a film that all my aspirations as a filmmaker, this will complete. Yeah.
Is that a period? I mean, if you can reveal.
I can't reveal much about it, but it's a special one. When I'll
Okay.
announce it, I'll want to announce it in the right and in a big way. But yeah, it has no controversies. That's one thing I say, toba toba.
Right.
Because I don't make films for controversies. I don't want to make a film. I want to make a film to entertain people and
Yeah.
to get a message through. Even if it's a love story, I want to get a message through.
Right.
So if you have nothing to say in a film, then you shouldn't be making a film. Yeah.
Correct. And lastly, before I wrap up, the Rani and we ask this question: are you planning to work with Rani again anytime
In
soon?
a heartbeat. She has to decide. I'll keep going back to her with one script to the other script. Rani is a she's a gut actor. She's an actor who's got to feel that this will challenge me and will be worth my time to stay away from Adira, who she's
Yeah.
obsessed about. Only then she's going to say yes to that film, because that script must be enough or challenging enough for her to spend that few hours away from Adira. Otherwise, she's not doing that. And yeah, I in anything that I work,
Yeah.
the effort is that if I have a role for her, for someone of her caliber,
Yeah.
then it's all up there. Yeah, if it happens, I'll be the happiest.
Right. Correct.
I'll be happiest. Yeah.
So Siddharth, was lovely chatting with you, and all the best for future projects.
Thank you,
and thank you
Murtaza.
so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you.